Oh my god, this is not a drill, this is not me making it up because even Naughty Dog tweeted about it, HBO is tweeting about it, Neil Druckmann is tweeting about it. The Last of Us HBO show has been renewed for season 2. This is absolutely fantastic. Only 2 episodes has been released for the Last of Us HBO show, and already HBO said, nah, we're gonna pull the trigger and we're gonna make a season 2 because the numbers are too big, it's too popular, it's too big, everyone loves The Last of Us HBO, and we're gonna make a season 2. This right here shows why this is possibly one of, if not the best video game adaptation of all time. And you know what? I'm going to show you guys right now, of course, all of the confirmations because Naughty Dog says it here. Great news, The Last of Us fans. The Last of Us HBO has been renewed for a season 2 on HBO and HBO Max. And then, of course, we have The Last of Us HBO account. The journey continues. The Last of Us HBO will return for another season on HBO Max. Of course, we have my man Dom DeMom talking about, part 2 and season 2 and doing all these stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. Season 2 is confirmed, and I cannot wait to see the reactions. And I'm already seeing the reactions. The internet is popping off. Everyone is super excited. And of course, there's going to be people who didn't like part 2 are going to be like, oh my god, this is where the franchise is going to die or whatever. But we're actually going to talk a lot about that a little bit later in this video. But this is absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait. And it just blows my mind. Usually shows wait until the end of the season to then make a decision. Are we gonna renew it for a second season or a third season or whatever? It only took 2 episodes and HBO was like, nah, we gotta make this is too big. That is just, it blows my mind how big this show has become. And actually, I want to give you context to how big this show actually is, because a lot of people don't really know this. HBO just announced that The Last of Us, and this is coming from Benji Sale, somebody that I follow and comes with accurate numbers in the industry. HBO has announced The Last of Us HBO show episode 1 has now been viewed by more than 22 million viewers in the United States alone. Only the US. That does not include Asia, of course, does not include Europe, it doesn't include anything else. Imagine the numbers if it's all combined. And I want to give you guys context as well. In Latino America, HBO's The Last of Us has been literally the biggest HBO show of all time, literally surpassing House of Dragons. That right there has to tell you this show is big. If it's big in Latino America, if it's big here in the United States, it's big worldwide. This show is quality from minute 1 until the episode ends. And I can only imagine, because episode 3 apparently is absolutely fantastic and is the most perfect episode of the whole series. And apparently the show gets also better from there. That right there just makes me feel confident, just makes me feel just happy to be a The Last of Us fan. We, as The Last of Us fans, have suffered for 2 years already with the toxicity in this community because of the events of The Last of Us Part 2 and just, all the stuff that surrounded it. And now we finally are getting some positivity when it comes to this. This is absolutely fantastic. And I just want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys are excited, like the video too. Literally like the video if you guys are excited for season 2. And I don't know, I just want to see how many people are excited. So I guess the numbers are going to tell me how many of you guys are excited. But let's get into the more spoiler territory. And if you guys have played part 2, you guys can stay. If you guys haven't played part 2 and are just waiting for season 2, then this is where you kind of can get off of the video. But I want to talk to you guys about The Last of Us Part 2 and the events that could happen in Season 2. As we all know, a lot of people are speculating that Season 2 may take The Last of Us Part 2 events and put it into Season 2. Now, I believe that things should be done a little bit differently because, as you guys know, Joel died in The Last of Us Part 2 via Abby and the Gold Club and whatever, blah, 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 and it's considered one of the most infamous scenes in gaming history, right? Now, I feel that what HBO has to do is that instead of making it, the first episode of season 2 where Abby kills Joel and then, then we have the Ellie section in Seattle and whatever, I feel like HBO should really take their time to make us care even more for Ellie, for Joel, and for the, people in Jackson. I believe that what they should do is actually give us scenes and even episodes basically giving us, Ellie and Joel getting into Jackson, getting adjusted to life, interacting more with Maria, more with Tommy, and even, meeting Dina, meeting Jesse, and meeting all these people, and just kind of like seeing how life is in Jackson. I feel like they should give us more context to things that, weren't shown in the game. I feel like we should also get, for example, Abby when she's introduced in season 2. I feel that instead of them going the way they did in the game, because in the game, for me, at least it worked, but for a lot of people, it did not work. A lot of people felt it was too rushed or whatever. For me, it was okay. Now in, TV, I think it would actually make the show flop. I believe that, Naughty Dog, HBO should take the criticisms of what, certain people didn't like about that and actually, do the original plan that Naughty Dog had back in the day, which was to basically have Abby infiltrate Jackson, befriend Ellie, befriend everyone there, and then eventually later on kill Joel. By the time that she kills Joel, we already have a relationship with Abby. We already care for her. We already understand her story. And then there is that moral compass of like, well, Joel did something bad, but Abby did something bad too. And then, I think it will work more for TV audiences if it's done that way. And of course, the only reason why Naughty Dog didn't do it that way originally for the games is because they felt that it was going to affect the pacing even more of the game. And as we already know, the game, at least in my opinion, The Last of Us Part 2, has some structural and some pacing issues already in the game. And I can only imagine if they added that in the beginning, it was going to make the pacing even more probably unbearable to gamers. Probably not to me, because I'm used to TV shows. I'm used to, movies and long movies and stuff. But for some gamers, they might get bored easily. So probably didn't go that route. And I understand that. But this is a TV show. You can take advantage that you can actually make it longer. The pacing is not going to, suffer as much as in a video game. So I do believe they should go for the original idea that they had with Abby infiltrating Jackson. If you guys agree with me on that, let me know in the comment section down below. Or if you wanted to just keep it faithful to the game, also let me know in the comment section down below. I also do believe that some of the flashback scenes that were shown should also be shown in the first episodes of season 2, and also that they should not include the whole events of part 2 into season 2, because of course that's going to make the pacing of the show even worse in that point. They should really, kind of cut it in half, show us the events with Abby, the beginnings of, Ellie and Joel and Jackson, and then probably cuts by Abby's section, and then season 3 can be Abby's, mostly her season, and then we switch back to Ellie's and Abby's perspective, just like in the game, blah, 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 and all that stuff. That could be, what they might go for, and if it's that way, I think it's going to be a way better, structured show. If they all cram it together into season 2, I don't know if it's gonna work. So let's see what happens. But let me know in the comment section, guys, what do you guys think? Am I being crazy here? Do you guys think it should be just like in the game, or do you guys think they should do some creative liberties like they did with season 1 that in my opinion are working, and a lot of people actually prefer certain little things and certain little changes from season 1 compared to the game? And you know what? I think they should change it, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Let me know. Also, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, because I'm going to keep posting The Last of Us HBO content every single week, every single episode. I'm going to make videos about it, and also I'm going to cover season 2, of course, when it comes out. I hope you guys stay safe, stay positive, endure and survive, my friends, and I'll see you guys next time.